Coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Tonight, it's a compelling late-season clash here in Week 16, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Detroit Lions. Set now to wrap up a busy week of football. Happy to have you with us. And, folks, we are underway on Monday Night Primetime. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. This defense for the Vikings, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this would be a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
180. Ric Flair. What's that?
Goff now looks to throw. One short pass here taken in by Laporta. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it's 2nd down. The Lions had 8-6 now on the year, where they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a 1st down. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical it would be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Lions put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0.
Vikings nothing. Fairbairn set to kick off.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Looking to throw McCarthy. Finds his man. There's Jordan Addison. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And, see, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect. Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. But a good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Second and 2 at the 21-yard line.
Again, it's Pacheco. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
10 yards to go.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Here's McCarthy. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And his kick is indeed good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 46.
We go tonight. 180. What's that?
A give right side for Gibbs. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down. These two teams matching up for the 2nd time this year. Their first meeting back in October, week 6. And it was the Lions who got the road victory in that one. So they'll be looking to claim the season series now here at home in Detroit. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings. They sit at number 20 in the NFL right now against the run.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. third down. They gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
20.
Here we go on fourth. Goff. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Detroit. Reggie Gilliam, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Lions take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Big fourth down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Minnesota.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Well, how about the challenge we're seeing here in this game early? Man coverage against some fleet receivers. That time, the defense won.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now McCarthy. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the 1st down. The Vikings with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. And the first play will be a field goal try. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And a 2nd field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
2nd and 10.
George. 180.
Goff now to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brings
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
180. Here we go. 76. 76.
A shotgun snap for Goff. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. But he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
An empty backfield now as they face a 3rd and 6.
180. Hey, lift. 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 Lift.
After the run, Goff going to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That goes for a gain of 31.
What my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10, down at the 31.
180.
Goff now looking to throw. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. That'll give him 8 that time, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Let's go now. Go.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
70 Lions.
Gibbs will try and pick it up. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. An unfortunate time for the penalty there. That cancels out a positive play from this offense.
Well, not to sound too trite or too accepting, but you and I both know it happens. You got to accept it and move on. Yardage, you got to get back. Focus on the next play. Move on.
What's up?
To throw is gone. That is caught. McMillan with it. And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
120.
Gibbs is in for a Lions touchdown. On for the PAT, Ka'imi Fairbairn. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6.
Lions 21, Vikings 6. Ka'imi Fairbairn set to kick off.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. A nice little juke. And makes it across the 20 as his guys were set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They've probably got some adjustments to make because they move the football okay at times, but they haven't been able to get anything consistently going, have they?
What you worry about is it almost turns into a basketball game where one team's coming down and hitting threes, and you're coming back and getting twos, and you steadily lose ground. In this situation, you're talking about touchdowns to field goals. They want to put in the end zone and put those sixes on the board.
Yeah, they've been settling. That's why they're down on the scoreboard right now. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Throwing is McCarthy. To Jefferson on the slant. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Now a first carry here for the running back. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on first down, exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Touchdown, Minnesota.
Isaiah Pacheco, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead to 21-17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
Gone. And he rifles one incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Here's 2nd and 10.
12, like 20.
Back to throw. Gone. Oh, and that is incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
Hey, 76. 76. 76. Turbo.
Here's Goff. And that will be incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. Good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. To the air with McCarthy. He'll drop this off to Pacheco. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Working out of the gun is McCarthy. And that's going to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
McCarthy operating from the gun. Bell brings it in across the formation. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. There wasn't much of a window there, Charles. Had to deal with a couple of defenders, but able to find his big tight end.
And, partner, we know double coverage is a challenge for any player to try to defeat. But maybe it's a little easier if you're one of those big tight ends because you have a size advantage on just about anyone trying to cover you, and you use your body to create some space.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Pacheco gets it and tries the left side. And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. 44 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down. Operating from the gun, McCarthy. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. Bell so light on his feet. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Wow, first and goal, and defensively, all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. They'll try to run this one in. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
A loss of 2 on the play. It's 3rd down and goal to go.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Boy, such a good drive. You'd hate to have it end in 3. Do you think about going for it?
Absolutely. I mean, the fact that they've moved the ball so well should lead you to the decision that maybe we should go for it right here. Also, as a head coach, show some confidence in your team. Let them know you think they can go get it.
And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. They try to throw on 4th and goal from the 2, and the Lion defense able to come up there with a goal line stand. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Now a first carry for their fullback. Well, that gives them a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
This is 2nd and 8.
Motion. 180.
From his goal line here, Goff. 8 yards there, getting him out of danger. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Hey, 5. Tonight. 2 for 66.
Here's Goff.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick 6.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2.
McCarthy going to look to throw for it.
That's caught. And he'll get into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Now it's gone.
Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs.
So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Jester.
Here's Goff. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Gibbs.
Down the right sideline.
Touchdown, Detroit.
Jahmyr Gibbs,
71 yards. And the Lions have taken the lead. It was 3rd and medium. They popped the short pass, looking to pick up the first, accomplish that mission, and then they accomplished a lot more on that mission all the way for the score.
Let me focus in on one word you use, pop, right? They popped the short pass, and then what happened after that? They popped the big run. Because now, once he caught it, didn't have anyone else in the vicinity to bring him down, and he takes off, and he kept going. Nice gutsy call, even better execution.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time, but you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence, not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Looking to throw McCarthy. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. McCarthy going to throw again. Wide open receiver complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. 37 yards. And the Vikings have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the 3rd. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And he returns this to the 22.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
80. 2 for 1.
Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge.
We're good. We're good.
Off play action. Here's Goff. To the left side, he's got McMillan. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on Monday Night Primetime. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Off the option, here's Gibbs. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 106 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
We got 2 for 66. 180.
Now Goff taps this forward. That's a jet sweep. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
The tackle made at the 24-yard
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
1 yard and now no yards have him looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Maverick, Maverick. 120. Turbo set.
Now gone. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Intended for Darnell Washington.
So a big one coming here for Ka'imi Fairbairn. This to break our fourth quarter tie.
Field goal, a 41-yard attempt.
The kick by Fairbairn is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
Vikings first down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Here we go.
On play action, now McCarthy.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 27. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
And now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. A member of the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play. So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 9.
Let's go now.
Here's McCarthy.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the fourth quarter, and they got a big one.
Yeah, it's such a close game, a very big one. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
To the air again, McCarthy.
It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. Laying himself out in the end zone. And the Vikings have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter.
Lions 31.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter.
Ric Flair.
Goff now to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A good first down call as the screenplay gets them 9.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like they'll spot it right in midfield at the 50.
112 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Orange. White 20. Hey, lift.
From the 50, it's Goff. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back.
What a way to wrap up the week. Now a big play. It's third down.
180.
Now Goff.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the Vikings have just about sewn up this football game. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. That one looks like he'll throw here. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Pacheco gets it up the gut.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down.
Throwing is McCarthy.
Looking middle, and that's complete. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
Victory formation time for the Vikings as they'll take a knee here.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break.